Hey, welcome back to Planter Garden TV. How you guys doing? Today, guys, I want to ask you guys to, if you like this channel or you like the videos on this channel, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, and you can always let me know what type of videos you want me to update. All right, on this channel, we only focus on organic gardening and living a self-sustaining lifestyle right from our backyard. So as you can see going on in this garden right now, guys, it's not really planting season at the moment, but what we're doing, we in February, and we actually preparing the soil. As you can see, we already dig out the banks them. We dig the banks them, but what we're doing today, we focusing on opening the holes them in the banks. So sometimes I remember my father, he used to dig banks, but then he used to just open a little hole and plant what he planting. This method I'm using works very well. Why? Because when you plant the plants them deep, they have a tendency to create a bigger root system. Why? Because a lot of the nutrients is down in the soil. Down is in the soil is where you're going to find a lot of earthworms and a lot of beneficial insect bacteria down in the soil. One thing we understand, even though we're going through a drought, the sun takes a long time to get down in the soil. Most likely the sun gonna focus on sucking out the moisture out of the surface, but down inside here it takes a longer time. So when you plant your plant down inside here, while the plant is growing, you just keep adding soil around it. So in that way, it's gonna create a massive root system. This is how you stand a chance of getting huge plant that produce so well. So this method works perfect for me. I plant my plant at least 12 inches deep, 10 to 12 inches deep. The only plant I don't plant that deep is like onion, garlic, these type of plants, radish, beets. I plant them maybe 1.5 to 2 inches deep. But any other plant, whether it's cabbage, broccoli, I plant them deep because that is where the nutrients is under the soil and the moisture. So even you do go into a drought, guys, the moisture in the down inside there, the plant's still gonna able to feed from that moisture. So as you can see, if you notice, all going up here, these are banks we already dig, but we already place the holes them. Also, this is a good way to feed your soil. Remember, if you put the compost down into the hole, it remain in the hole. Whether it's rain, whether whatever, it remain in the hole. Because it's not, the water is not gonna, when it's rain, it's gonna go down and wash it out. No, it's gonna stay in the hole and settle and break down and feed the plant. So that is very important. That's another way. Why is it important to plant deep? So even though I'm doing rows, banks, I'm still going down in the center of the row and dig out the holes them. So now we can start feeding the soil with our natural compost. All right, so how we gonna feed the soil? All we gotta do is add the compost into the holes. Add the compost into the holes and mix it up with the soil and just leave it there to break down for the spring. As you can see what's in my soil. You can see the leaf in my soil. These leaves gonna actually breaks down and feed the soil. It's also gonna help create a moisture within the soil. So when the rain come, the soil gonna suck the water and then release it back to the plant. So it's very important. And adding leaf, as you can see, bunch of leaf is into the soil. As you can see, We add a lot of leaf into our soil because we understand the benefit. Feeding the soil is very important, but if you're able to feed the soil by adding the compost into the ground, it's going to be a lot better. Instead of just sprinkling it on the surface. When you sprinkle it on the surface, what could happen? When it's rain, the rain wash away the compost, the nutrients out the compost, and it run to the bottom of your garden or run over. You want the compost to stay in the hole. That's how the plant's gonna get feed. So as you see, all this area down there, we already create the banks and we already dig the holes. Even coming up here, let me show you how we dig the holes, guys. This is a bank right here, and as you can see here, we've been digging the holes them. So now what you do, we already dig the bank. So what we're doing now, we come and we dig out the center of the bank, which is, and create a hole. Now you see, look there, you see we have earthworms down inside there. You see what's going on? All right, so we're gonna just cover that back. But what I'm saying, guys, what you're doing, you opening up the center. You opening up the center and just leave it right there. Now you could add some compost down inside there if you like. So it's not just opening up a hole on the bank and just plant it there. No, we're going into the bank, into the surface, go down into the bank, and that's where we find our root able to anchor where the nutrients lies. So guys, I just want you guys to understand what we're trying to do. We're trying to motivate others, and we're trying to show you how to create a garden simple. If you notice in this hole right here, you're gonna see we don't add compost in this hole already, and we already mix it in. So all we do now, we leave this here as well. All we do, we leave this for the spring, break down for the spring. These holes, all these holes already, we already add compost to these holes already. So now we just leaving it for the spring. So in the spring, what we're gonna do, we're gonna come with our shovel, or we're gonna come with our fork, and we just break up the bottom nicely down inside there, and we just stick the plant in the hole and just allow it to grow. While it's growing, we just breaking down the bank and pull the soil around it. All right, so guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Peace.